What's up, y'all? I'm back for your Married to Medicine episode 2 review. All right, let's start off. I don't have a lot of notes from here, so this is gonna be quick and to the point. God damn it! I don't know. It starts off. I have Contessa and her dad. They're giving like a backstory on Contessa and her father. He had a mental illness. Addiction was his illness, and she's describing how her dad was there and not there, and how they knew like after he got paid, he was going to be missing for a couple of days. And now she's, reconnecting with her father and trying to build this relationship with him. It was very emotional for her in the beginning, like when she's trying to explain. So she's trying to work on this relationship with her father and be there for him, and he's going to come and visit her. Heavenly tells Damon what Mariah said. Is that what I get to? Yeah, she tells Damon what Mariah said. And Damon, his feelings were hurt. He seemed like he was hurt. Now tell me, do y'all think about Damon's profession. Now, this idea that all men cheat is a non-productive conversation, because the frequency of cheating is not determined based on gender. The frequency, it just doesn't. One gender does not cheat as society has defined it more than the other. I believe that cheating, you have to have time. You have to have some time to do that. And Damon, now I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I'm saying, is it conceivable for an ER doctor, someone who's always on call? Has anyone ever seen Damon outside of scrubs? Have we seen him coming to an event in a suit, jacket, or a button-up shirt? That's very rare when it's a group event and Damon shows up. He's always in his scrubs. Does he change? Did he come from seeing a woman? Like, we need to, like I'm saying, like, I don't think it's conceivable for him to be a cheater. I don't know. And then the way he responds to Heavenly was like, I've never said anything about Mariah. I don't know why she would bring me into y'all situation. And I don't understand either. I think a lot of the issues that people have with Mariah, I know that I have with Mariah, is a lot of her shit is unwarranted. It's like almost as though I'm picking something to have an issue with you about. I'm going to make up this issue because besides what's going on in my personal story, I need to create conflict somewhere. And what way to do that more than to start saying that, bring somebody else's husband into it. And I watched the other episode again, and Heavenly did not start that. It was Mariah who started that. She is the one that said to Heavenly initially about the picture, and then that's when, what's her name, said Aiden had a small penis. I forgot what the fuck, but it was Mariah started it, because I was like, who started? Because I wanted to see, like, why the fuck would Heavenly say something about Mariah's husband? But it was Mariah who brought up Damon first. And then Mariah turned around with that she has receipts. Now, she hasn't produced any receipts. I don't know what that display was for, but Damon's feelings seemed like he was, I don't say that he was hurt, but he was concerned. He was like, if I get into it with one of the men, I'm not bringing their wives into it. I don't understand why she would bring me into an argument that you guys are having. And Heavenly's like, I don't know. But if you notice, Heavenly, so good. How she sat down and she was like, baby, daddy. Mariah said, we got into it. Mariah said that you cheating on me. So she knows a couple people that you cheating on me with. And then she sat there and she looked at him. And she was just staring at him. Because you know what she was doing. And we all know what she was doing. I love the way she framed that. Because if the nigga was lying, you going to be the way that she framed it was like, oh, my friend is saying that you cheating on me. What's up? and then watch the reaction. His reaction, when I was looking too, because I was like, okay, how's he gonna react? Is he gonna do a bunch of hemming and hawing? He was like, why would she say that about me? Why would she say that? Like, he was like she had called him out his name. That's how he was taking it. Now, if he's cheating on Heavenly and he demonstrated what he did, I was like, that motherfucker is a good ass liar, because the way he acted was like, I don't know why she would say that about me. I'm not cheating on nobody. Heavenly, I don't know. And then Heavenly said, because if he's cheating on me, then yes, all men are cheaters, because that's a good ass man right there. And I believe that she believes that about Damon as a person, that he's a good person, not only to her, but that he's a good man. Like, that's a good man. Like, I don't think he would cheat on me, let alone probably anyone else. I don't even think he's a cheater. That's what I got from the way that Heavenly was talking about him. They get an update on Quad, and the producers are shady as hell. They gonna put under Selena Johnson's name and the other co-hosts of the Sister Circle, Quad's new friends. They ain't shit. They are not shit. And Selena just asked her straight up, so what you gonna do about Greg? So they showing, Quad and how she's, dealing with these newfound friends. And I feel like Quad, it's okay to make friends, people that you work closely with for the majority of the day. It's going to be natural that you guys develop friendships and, commonalities, and you have the job in common. So you could always talk about what's going on the job or how to be better. And, so she's developing these friendships with these women. And all the other women are, they feel like she's abandoned them. And a lot of the times people don't want to go through, because they know, like, yeah, we're friends, but do I feel safe to be having or going through something so emotional that'll have me vulnerable, raw, and open? Can I trust you guys with how I'm feeling right now? And that's what Quad is dealing with. We see she's dealing with her new friends. Anyway, Cecil and Simone gives Cecil the picture from when they took the pictures at the leather and lace party. The picture looks like it's not sexy, it's not sultry, it's not naughty, it's very safe, it's very prudish, it's very prayer cloth, it's nothing sexy about the picture. Cecil, who barely looks at the picture, he puts it down, he looks at it, I guess his dick didn't move, so he's just like, I don't even want to see the rest of it. He didn't tell her that she looked nice. See, it's a two-way street here. And based on Cecil, he's at the point now where they're making it seem like he's at the point now where all he wants to do is have sex with Simone. And Simone doesn't feel her love language is words of affirmation. She needs to be coached into her coochie getting wet. Do you understand? And it needs to be some nice words, some words of encouragement, some thoughtful words, some compliments. See, Cecil doesn't do that. So she's not motivated to have sex with him because he's not motivating her to have sex. So this is what's happening with them. And it's very clear about him. He takes a picture. He doesn't put it on the wall. I mean, I don't know if they were not really boudoir pictures. She looked it was no skin. She just looked very plain and just very, like, girl, like, it's not sexy. And and I'll give a woman her props. If the shit is sexy, bitch is sexy. That shit was not sexy. Like, she could put that on the wall at church and she'll be just fine. There's just a disconnect between them. And the disconnect comes from him not expressing himself with words to his wife, who needs those words to feel like she wants to have sex with him. And she doesn't want to. He's not motivating her. She's not, and they're not motivating each other, to be honest. But he wants puss. He's going to need to do something else and try a different approach to get it, because what he's doing is not working. Heavenly, they show Heavenly with this doctor, this light-skinned man with this high top. I don't know. He didn't seem like a counselor. He seemed like somebody who was in church, who probably took some counseling classes, and so he's going to be the resident counselor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't like that guy. But he was like, who is Heavenly? She was like, I don't know who that be. He was like, who is this? And so the picture of her yelling. She was like, I don't know. She was like, I don't know who that bitch is. Her ass is so funny to me. Heavenly's funny. I don't care what y'all say. He looks like a crook. That's what I wrote down about this guy. He looks like a pastor who they've deemed okay to give counseling. So he doesn't seem like he's really a counselor. I'm sorry. I'm just going by his visuals and what he's displayed, and based on what I've seen and my experience and what I know to be how the approach of a therapist is not this guy. But hopefully he can help her. He tells her something that's very true about her being honest. She explains how she's been blessed in her life, and everything she goes after she's able to get, and she doesn't understand how is she so blessed and people receive her negatively. And because I'm going to tell you why. Heavenly is not happy. She's not happy. She probably wants something more. She might want something more from her marriage that she's not getting. Maybe that's what we're gonna be seeing this season. She has everything. Her children are in school. Her daughter, who every time she asks a question to, she gets up and walks away. It's clear that the girl doesn't want to be on camera. I thought it was hilarious when Heavenly said, her lips are like mine. She's 12 years old. She don't need no lip gloss on. But her lips do be greased up every time we see Alora. But she's growing into a cute, she looks like Damon, but her face, like, she looks like both of them, I should say. Because Damon looks like an English bulldog. Like, he reminds me of a bulldog. Like a bulldog. I don't know. That's what Damon reminds me of. He tells her something that's really, she explains, like, I'm blessed and I don't understand why I'm not getting, why people don't receive me well. And he says, you know what it is? She's like, I just tell the truth. I like to have fun. We see all of that about Heavenly. What he told Heavenly, and this is what I was actually have been told, like, very, very recently, is that, and maybe that's why I like Heavenly, because I see a lot of myself. I can honestly say I see a lot of myself in her, where it's like, I just say what I want to say. And a lot of the times the truth, and he said, the way that you deliver it, it's brutally honest, and then there's honesty delivered with compassion. And that's the difference in how it's going to be received. And I thought that was such great advice for her, because that's exactly what it is you say things that are true, like the comment she made about Toya not having anything else to do. That is a true comment, but it's mean. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, she's like, I tell the truth, and she wants to be rewarded for being honest upfront and forward, but the way you deliver it, people ain't with that shit. And that's just what it is. I tell you, I think I see a lot of myself in Heavenly. That's probably why I like her. The cussing, the having a drink in your Team Daddy mug, but this is coffee. But I identify with her a lot. I also think that she really saves the nice nastiness for people she really doesn't like. Like, she's nice nasty with Simone. Like, when they walked in the door and she opened the door, and Simone thought she opened it for her, but she went through the door instead. They have that relationship where I think they get each other like that, where she's kind of like sarcastic, but like, she saves that nastiness like that for Mariah. Like, when I look back, I believe that Heavenly intentionally picked that picture to fuck with Mariah. I thought it was okay. Like, the picture is not that bad, but it's bad enough to fuck with somebody that you don't really like. You understand what I'm saying? It's like posting a picture online of you and your friends, and you the only one that looks really good, and the one that you don't really fuck with, that's like the worst picture of her. So you post that. And so now she got an attitude because it's an unflattering picture of her posted. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a passive aggressiveness. But to be fair, Mariah does it too. Mariah's shade is unwarranted. It comes out of nowhere and it's for no reason, right? So we're gonna get to that. So he gave her some good advice. Toya's birthday is coming up, and she decides, as a true person, a true woman suffering from internalized misogyny would do, is on her birthday she throws a party for her husband. Didn't I tell y'all last week that a lot of the things that Toya does and how she approaches marriage is for the betterment of the man and to the detriment of herself? But she throws Eugene a party for her birthday it's going to be a doctor theme, and she's saying it's because he got a promotion. So I don't know. She should have said, I'm combining my birthday party and also celebrating my husband's promotion. That probably would have sounded better. But for my birthday, that nigga didn't give birth to you, bitch. Like, that's the shit I don't like about Toya. I do not like that about Toya. I just don't like it. I think it was the stupidest idea. I think it's dumb. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that was a cute idea to give a birthday party? Give your birthday party to your husband because he got a promotion? I would have combined the birthday parties. Toya complains about Contessa. What does she complain about Contessa? Oh, Contessa didn't call her. She got a call from everybody saying who was coming to the party or who had RSVP. She didn't hear from Contessa. So Mariah, I wrote, Mariah's unwarranted shade is late and it's tired. She says that she should have gone dressed as Heavenly in some dirty scrubs and should have come dressed like Heavenly. Now, why would you have wanted to do that? Why would that have been a thought for you? Somebody you claim you don't understand why they don't like you. I don't understand why Heavenly doesn't like me. Heavenly, she just doesn't like me. But you continue to do things to poke at that scorpion. You continue to do things to fuck with her. And then when she fucks with you back, you got a problem. You don't get it. You don't understand. You want to cry. You want to play the victim. That's what I don't fuck with Mariah about. And see, that's why she gets the sympathy, because she cries about it afterwards. Heavenly doesn't. Heavenly stands in her shit and often apologizes, whether she means it wholeheartedly or not. She'll apologize for it. But she said they all arrived to the little party and they're all sitting down, and here we go again. Heavenly extends apology again to Mariah. Mariah, she extends her hand this time, and Mariah says, oh no, I'm a doctor. I don't talk to dentists. That was unnecessary for someone you just can't seem to understand why they don't like you. That was unnecessary. So Heavenly says, okay, everybody starts laughing. Heavenly's like, okay. But in her confessional, she said, but you sure did see a dentist to get them goddamn teeth fixed. Them big ass teeth you got in your head from them small little fish teeth you had, Mariah. Okay. They walk in. Here comes Eugene. They say, okay, it's a surprise party for Eugene. And Eugene walks in. Toya got her nurse outfit on. Oh, let me tell you, there was a particular scene where, Simone has this sexy nurse outfit on. And she walks up to Cecil and she says, you ready for your prostate exam? And there's a running joke that nurses throw themselves at doctors. So she's like, she at one point threw herself onto Eugene. He was like, no, get away from me with that. But it's like, that's a joke that nurses are always after doctors. So then the way that she approached him, and he was like, oh, you should have been a nurse. And then everybody was quiet, and then both of them start laughing. See, their relationship, I think, has really moved past the husband and wife stage, and they're at the ex-husband and wife stage, and we're gonna just be good friends, and we're gonna end this partnership because you need something that I can't give you because I need something that you can't give me. And so I think that they're at a point where they need to go ahead and separate and decide, like, we're better off as buddies. You know what I mean? And you need to go find you somebody. Simone needs to go find her somebody else that is going to give her what she needs. She needs somebody to talk to her. She's motivated right here. She's a doctor. She needs somebody to talk to her, right? Not just say, hey, I want to fuck, and the waterworks are supposed to come on. I don't know what these niggas think, but some women need words of affirmation, because in order for them to open down there, you got to open this first. And Simone is one of those women. She needs that. It makes me feel uncomfortable to see so many women blaming her for the breakdown in her relationship, completely dismissing the fact that she's not getting what she needs. And you can't perform any wifely duties just because that nigga is your husband. You don't have to if you're not getting what you need. Now, if you're at a point where, like, I'm not getting what I need, but I need a release, so let's have sex and I'm gonna go back to where we were. Okay, fine. But you don't have to lay down, because you don't have no obligation to fuck your husband when you don't feel like it. None. I don't give a fuck what nobody tells you. Nobody. Nothing. Don't ever deny your husband. Fuck that. Fuck that. I've been given that advice. Don't ever deny your husband. That doesn't serve a woman who is not being fulfilled at all. That serves the man's needs and not her. So I don't blame her, and nobody else should blame her. If she's not getting what she wants, there's no way that she needs to turn on herself to please this man if he's not giving her what she wants. Okay? So we ain't doing that. This is not 1834 where women are just laying down because they have an obligation to fulfill their wifely duties, and you are owned by some man, and as a part of him owning you have his last name, remember, he owns you. So now you have to lay down and give him what he wants whenever he wants it. We don't do that. It's a new day. It's a new motherfucking day. And if he goes out and gets someone else as a result, take her ass and go the fuck on with your life and do what the fuck you need to do. Because ain't nobody laying down for a nigga who ain't giving them what they need. Period. They try to surprise Eugene. Eugene's standing there like, what the fuck is going on? What are y'all doing? Why is everybody standing here? Why are we saying surprise to me? He's really confused because it doesn't make sense, Toya. That is why Eugene is confused about this party. Because why are you throwing me a party on your birthday? He's like, and I love Eugene for actually being honest and saying, okay, this don't make sense, but okay, well, let's go ahead and do it. If she's like, well, I'm throwing you a party because, Toya, it's maybe Toya said she's throwing Eugene a party so she can justify spending the money, because she still behaved as if it was her party. We gonna get to that. Heavenly says it's so wonderful that Toya does things to serve and uplift her husband. And I mean, she don't have anything else to do, so that's it. Everybody, see, Heavenly, that's why motherfuckers don't like you. Is it not true that Toya don't have nothing else to do but to throw parties? Like, Toya is literally a housewife. She should be on the Real House. If she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, her and Eugene would probably end up in a divorce. But, well, no, they won't, because she really loves her lifestyle. She really loves her lifestyle. And she loves it. And that's her problem that she has with Quad. Because she can't understand why Quad doesn't want to be a kept woman. Why? Bitch, this is the life. I drink wine all day, pick my sons up from school, make food or whatever, throw parties, and change my wigs. Bitch, why don't you want this? And Quad don't want that. But Toya can't understand that. Because Toya has been raised to, your position is to deny yourself and serve your man. But like I said, she has aspects of herself where it's like, I'ma still do for me, like that party was her party. I'm now thinking that party was your party, and it was a way to justify you spending all that goddamn money, because it's your birthday party, but I'm gonna say it's my husband. It's a party for my husband to support him and getting a promotion. They don't make sense, but in her head, I believe like you spent all this money, but it was a party for you. You know what I mean? Heavenly says hi to Mariah. She doesn't talk to Dennis. I would have like that. Like, bitch, I'm trying, and here you are. Like, that's why I don't like Mariah. It's like you be creating conflict where it's for what? Why wouldn't you just say hi, Heavenly? Then she was like, I'm not just playing. Hi, Heavenly. Hi, Heavenly. No, bitch, you done already fucked up. You done fucked up already by making the comment that you made. Because Mariah, at the end of the day, you are neither a dentist or a doctor. You don't have a license to do nothing but run your goddamn mouth. Toya grabs the microphone. They still at the party. Toya grabs the microphone. Now remember, Toya is upset because Contessa hasn't called her to tell her that she's not coming to the party. Contessa's husband comes to the party, and he's explaining in conversation that Contessa is at home with her father, who's come to visit her, and he turned ill as he arrived to Atlanta. So she's at home with her father taking care of him. Her husband is there. Part of having a partner is when you can't show up, your partner goes to represent you as a partnership, right? So Toya grabs the microphone and she says, all of my core friends are here. I'm glad everybody's here. All my core friends are here. Who's all here? Mariah, my Mariahs, my Heavenlies, my Simones. But where? So then her husband speaks up and says, Contessa's husband says, this is while everybody is quiet and Toya is in the center of attention. And she says these things. So this man feels like, I'm about to defend my wife. And he says, well, I just want to let you know my wife is, Contessa couldn't make it because, she's at home with her father, blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, she didn't call me. Again, she's standing there. Everybody is watching her. Eugene is standing right behind her. He was like, okay, well, we don't have to do this now. Well, she didn't call me. I'm surprised. I wonder why she didn't call me to tell me. But it's no big deal. Yes, it is a big deal, bitch. Because you up here with this microphone talking shit about my motherfucking wife whore. And so what I'm going to do as a husband is defend my wife in her absence, which he is supposed to do. And kudos to him for doing it. But she should have called me. And he tells her right then and there, bitch, you're not a priority. There is a hierarchy of priorities, and basically this party is not. So she's at home with her father. So then Heavenly calls Contessa. Contessa, Toya is feeling some type of way because you didn't call her and tell her you. So again, we stand in here with everybody quiet. Toya has the microphone. She takes the phone from Heavenly, puts Contessa on the speakerphone, and proceeds to have a conversation with Contessa about why she didn't call and what she's doing. Her husband was so uncomfortable. He was annoyed as fuck. And he was like, my wife, if it was the other way around, my wife would have definitely said something. But he said something. He said something. He was still respectful to Toya because I know how y'all are like, a man can't address a woman. But in that sense, he needs to shut her shit fucking down. You ain't about to sit up here on a microphone, on an open mic and talk about my motherfucking wife, bitch. That's what we're not about to do. And even Eugene told her that was fucked up. He said effed up because that's still his wife. But I'm glad that he kept her honest and said, you know what? That was fucked up. Now you on center stage with this lady on speakerphone. Now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I understand. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And now you rushing Contessa off the phone. Toya, that display. And I said on Twitter last night, is Toya Aries? Because all this baby, this like entitled baby acting, like pouting, complaining that people didn't call you. First of all, bitch, this is your husband's party. Remember, this ain't your party. So your husband's friend, Contessa's husband, he's here. So what are you mad at Contessa for taking care of her husband? That pissed. I said, Toya, you are a fucking baby. I asked was she an Aries, and lo and behold, that ass is an Aries. Toya is fun. You know, she likes to have a good time. She does like to keep people honest, but this idea that wasn't the fight, that battle, that was a battle you shouldn't have chose to fight, because you're gonna lose. And we gonna see next week, Contessa's gonna get her motherfucking ass together, bitch. You ain't never gotta talk to me, because only eagles don't roll with chickens. I said, come on, bitch. Contessa, we still need to work on your wigs, but other than that, I'm on Contessa's side. I do not like the way Toya behaved. That was a disgusting demonstration of childish behavior. And you're too old to be acting like that. And you acting like it's your party, and it's not. You forgot that fast that you gave a party to your husband, bitch. So what are you upset about? His friend is here. Everybody was uncomfortable. Everybody was looking crazy. Everybody. And Heavenly said it's not the fact that she didn't show up. It's the fact that you didn't care enough about me to call me to tell me, bitch, I'm taking care of my father. My husband, who represents our partnership, came to this event and explained to you why I wasn't here. That should be enough. And instead of you calling me and confronting me why I didn't call, the call should have been, I'm sorry you were unable to make it. I hope your father feels better. That would have been the more adult thing to do, the most appropriate thing to do. But no, Toya, it's all about you at your husband's party. How you gonna put her on speakerphone and then rush her off the phone? That shit was so stupid. Next week, they have a round table. Quad is gonna show up. They're gonna talk to Quad about why she hasn't been talking to them. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. She don't feel safe with them. These are her co-workers that she in the sister circle. She feels better with those set of co-workers than the set of co-workers that she has on Married to Medicine. Y'all are not her friend. She says y'all haven't been supporting her. Y'all haven't really reached out. We're gonna see what the truth is. We know that, again, Quad could be a little dramatic, but we're gonna see what's gonna happen next week. Contessa gets what's her name together real quick and tells her she's a chicken and she's an eagle and you will never be able to fuck with me, bitch, on any level. Toya was wrong. If anybody has a different opinion about how Toya behaved at that party, please let me know what it is in your perspective, because I feel like her behavior was childish. It was uncalled for. It was just disgusting. And I'm glad that Eugene told her that it was kind of effed up. So we're going to see if that's going to play out. To Toya has some insecurities dealing with Contessa, and because Contessa does have this black elitist tone to her, like the women do on, let me shut up. She has this black elitist tone to her, and I think Toya, being as down to earth as she is, doesn't like it. I don't like it either. In this situation here, I think that Toya was wrong, and whatever Contessa has for her is probably warranted because Toya was wrong. Anyways, y'all tell me what y'all think about it. I don't know why Curtis has anything to say about anybody's relationship. He needs to shut up. That's all I want to hear from him, is to shut up. That's it. Anything else? Nothing else. Yeah, that was it. All right, you guys have a wonderful day and take care of each other. Peace.